Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host to the Grilling to Get Away podcast. Welcome back. We're glad you're here. This week we're talking ham. We start off the conversation. Ben kind of breaks down a recent cook he did using a rump roast, and he walks us through that. And then we share kind of our favorite or most recent ham cooks, maybe some things we wish we would have done differently and some mistakes we've made along the way. But yeah, if you're enjoying the conversations we're having here, we appreciate it. And as always, we continue to grow just by word of mouth. So if you do enjoy it, please continue to like, subscribe, share the message with those that you know that might be grilling and barbecuing. We'd love to have them follow along. But here we go. We're talking ham just in time for Easter. Oftentimes, life is demanding, stressful, and just won't stop. When needing to take a break, we like to light up the charcoal and crack open a cold one. The Grilling to Get Away podcast is an ongoing conversation about all things barbecue and grilling, from our backyard to yours. So if you sometimes don't know what the heck you're doing, if you like to learn, and if you don't take yourself too seriously, you're in the right spot. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host to the Grilling to Get Away podcast, and I'm here with my buddy.
Hey, what's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben, man, it's great to see you.
It's good to see you, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
I'm good.
Living it up?
I'm living, yeah, I'm enjoying life right now.
Yeah, I know you are. You've been busy, active, Greg. I'm proud of you. You've been really getting out there. A lot of family time for you.
Yeah.
You've a lot of time with the boys.
Yeah, man.
Let's splash around at the Dells after we just came back.
I got inspired.
Where I wasn't allowed
Yeah.
to go in the pool.
Yeah.
But then you turned right around.
Yeah, I didn't need any like workers' comp claims from you, getting injured going down the slide or trying to take
those stairs at the hotel.
The stairs, yeah. Or, trying to dunk over some kid in the pool area,
man, I don't think you need to worry about that.
Okay.
Best shape of my life right now.
I bet.
35 years old, I've never been fitter.
Good. I could tell.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And then, man, last night you went to the Brewers game.
Yeah, baseball is back.
It's back. They were. That was a good game to go to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So our Brewers here in Wisconsin have kind of got off to a hot start. A young squad. Excited to get out there and see them a few times this year. Yeah. And able to get some tickets early on. Second day here.
Their second home game.
Yeah. So we got to take the boys, picked them up from school, and then we went right over there to the stadium.
The weather was kind of crappy though. Did you have a chance to tailgate or not really?
So here's the deal, Ben. We were going to I got some brats and stuff. Your regular tailgating fare here in Wisconsin. And, we're looking at the weather, and there's severe weather.
It looked rough, man. I was driving home, and I was like, oof.
Yeah. So my wife had a great idea. She's like, why don't you cook up the brats here at home and then just wrap them up in some tinfoil and stuff, keep them warm, and then, have them when you get there. So, of course, that's what I did.
On the stove, or did you grill them?
So I used the cast iron on the stove.
Okay.
Even here at home, it was like downpouring. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, let me cook up these brats real fast. Like right before I was going to go pick them up. So they're still kind of warm. And then, just put them in the buns and then a little bit of ketchup because the boys don't like too much other stuff on it other than like a little ketchup.
Sure. Simple.
Yep. And then I wrapped them up in some tinfoil and put them into like the cooler to keep them warm. And that's what we ate when we got there. And, looking around the parking lot, I maybe saw one other guy tailgating.
Any like big tents or not really?
No tents.
Super windy. It was
usually at the Brewer games, you got like everybody's lined up outside, doing, grilling and barbecuing and, bags and, just tossing the ball around.
Tailgating. Hardcore tailgating.
But no, that was just one dude, and I think his dad, just sitting in the back of the truck, the tailgate down. They have the caps on. And he had a nice little, one of those Coleman camping propane things, and it looked like they were grilling up some brats real fast.
Yeah.
They weren't out there too long, and then they wrapped it up and went inside. But yeah, I maybe saw one person out there with the grill. Yeah.
Was it raining when you pulled into the parking lot?
Yeah, it was coming down pretty good. So yeah, we just opened it up and had some chips, had some drinks, and had some of those brats, and hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, good for you for at least making it happen.
I had never done that before, so
no,
man,
it's,
it was
it's a memory, man.
yeah.
It's one of those things. Hopefully, the boys will remember forever. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, Dad, remember that time it was raining?
Yeah.
we still we just ate the brats in the car.
Yeah. And it was a great game. You know, they're playing the Mets, and you know, we got a young squad here in Milwaukee this year, and in the 6th inning, you know, it was a school night, so we were gonna leave right after the 6th, and the Brewers were up 2-0, and they went back to back home runs in the 6th. So
Yeah, on no other than Max Scherzer too. Man.
yeah,
I
on
mean,
Max, on Max, you know, he's well known for his
Sure is,
pitching.
jeez.
You
He's
know,
a former Tiger.
yeah, he
It's,
was Tiger.
Yeah,
Um,
it's bounced around the league
yeah,
a bit now.
quite a bit. But yeah, it was awesome because like inside they had the roof closed, so then they had, you know, the fireworks going off
Oh, yeah.
inside.
Boom.
Yeah, 3 in a row, so it's all smoky in there, hard to see.
Yeah. Great.
But no, it was a good time, and I'm looking forward to getting out there even more so this year to do some more tailgating and stuff. So it should be fun.
Yeah. Did the boys get like the nachos, the ice cream?
Yeah, so our deal is like we eat before we go in, and then they get like one treat that they can kind of have. And I mean, it was a Tuesday night game, so they didn't have as much stuff open, you know, in the stadium. And so the treat that they all got was some Dippin' Dots.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Did you partake in the Dippin' Dots?
You know, I took my dad tax. I did.
bet you
Yeah.
did. Big scoop out of each one.
Yeah, each one of them got their own kind of Dippin' Dots cup, and then we split some cotton candy.
Ooh,
So I had some of that,
nice.
but that was it.
Good for you, man.
Thanks.
It's a good night right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, man. So it was good. Got to get out there, even though it wasn't, you know, live grilling. You know, I still got to, you know, eat some meat.
Man, Greg's spring break 2023 just continues on, doesn't it?
Party hardy.
Yeah, no stop in sight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, so that was it. I smoked some ham too last Sunday. We'll kind of get into that as we're getting into Easter. Did you get a chance to get out and grill or do anything cool the past week?
Anything cool, man? Yeah, I finally did that roast.
Chuck roast?
It was a rump roast.
Rump roast. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a chuck roast, but I misled myself.
Okay, no,
Took out a rump roast.
it happens.
That was a pretty lean piece of meat, not too fatty. I didn't really have to cut any fat off at all.
Okay.
But no, I prepped it, took it out ahead of time. The day before, I rubbed it down. I used hot brass. It's our garlic habanero hot sauce.
Yep.
Rubbed it down with that. And then just sprinkled some ground pounders or all-purpose garlic seasoning.
Nice.
I went with some fire in the hole, just a touch, and then a little bit of pepper. Put it in a bag and just let it ride overnight, man. And then next day, I took it out, let it rest out on the counter for a good like half hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes before I was gonna get the grill even going.
Okay.
So I got the grill going, and then
So you planned ahead for this one.
I did. I even there's times on the weekends like we'll make like eggs and like potatoes and stuff for breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, I told my wife like, hey, save some of these potatoes. This is for the stew.
Okay. Did she do that?
She did.
Nice.
Yep. And then we had carrots in there as well, some onions. So
All right.
yeah, it was good. Yeah, I started off. I did it. Got the grill rolling. I put it right over the coals for like 5 minutes each side, and then pulled it.
Sear it up a little bit.
Yep. And then I put it in the cast iron with. I did a little. I did some beer in there and some just beef broth.
Okay.
And then I just
Let it go.
Let it go, man.
Nice.
It was good. It was a good time.
So I got questions for you.
Okay.
But for those that might not be familiar with the rump roast,
Yep.
I was just looking it up here. Where's it from on the cow? And this is not Wikipedia, so don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. So we got a good source.
We got a legit source this time.
All right.
The Food Network. So take that for what it's worth. But the rump roast is a cut of beef from the top of the back end of the cow. So it says it's as far back as you can go before you get to the tail.
So the rump.
Yep, the rump.
Just like it sounds.
Just like it sounds in the back. And it says it's pretty much it's an inexpensive, so cheaper cut of beef. And if it's cooked the right way, low and slow, it melts into a very flavorful, tenderful roast.
Yeah.
So you season it ahead of time, you seared it up a little bit, then you put it into the cast iron with some juices, the beer, and then the broth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do after that?
I checked it about every half hour, to be honest with you, man. I wanted to make sure I was continuing to turn it. I would flip it over. So it being in the cast iron, I was worried about it, kind of getting more, I guess, more done on one side, kind of burning a little bit and stuff. So I wanted to continuously kind of flip it.
Okay.
And then once it got to temp, and honestly, I went with kind of the feel method, with the fingers that we talked about before.
Yep.
So I got to about medium rare based on feel.
Sure.
Hold it, put it on a plate, let it rest, and I threw all the carrots and stuff out there.
Okay.
So the carrots and potatoes I put in with the broth and let those cook on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then after about an hour, I cut the meat up.
Nice.
And then put it all back together.
Okay. Into the cast iron?
Yes.
Okay. And then you put it back in on the grill, smoker?
Yep.
For how long?
With that one, it was only about like a half hour, if that.
Okay. So
I put it out there for a little bit when my temp was starting to go down.
Yeah.
So I did end up towards the end. I brought it back in and I put it on the stove because I wanted to get it kind of like nice and hot and really just like tenderize that meat.
Sure.
Which honestly, like when I was cutting it, was good. It wasn't what I was necessarily hoping for. But it was really good. Like the kids, like my dad, they kept coming up, have another bite. Maybe they were just starving. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it could be.
Yeah,
I know you don't feed those kids.
I don't. Yeah, you've seen my son. Like those thighs don't give any carbs ever.
Right. So, like, what was it about it that you didn't like, or you would have changed or done differently?
I probably wouldn't have let it rest so long. I feel like it kind of dried out. I covered it in like tin foil.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of dried out a bit.
Okay.
It wasn't like super tender when I was cutting into it and stuff. Like I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more. But then once I brought it, I left stuff out there, and like I said, it was kind of like by that time my fire was kind of going out and stuff, and I was like, well, I could add some more, but I don't really want to bring it up.
Sure.
Just to drop it, I was kind of done playing at that point, I guess.
All right.
So I brought it in and put it in a big pot, and I turned the heat up to about medium high, kind of so it could boil, and I covered it. And then I left it on that for about a half hour too.
Okay.
And then the meat really kind of tenderized, and
okay.
It was a good cook. It was fun.
So was it like a stew then when he came out? Like so nice. You had the potatoes, the carrots,
onions,
the meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Some juices.
Some juices. Yeah.
All right.
That had a little bit of a kick to it. The kids ate it though. They crushed it.
Hey, that's the most important piece.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It was, like I said, it was fun to kind of be out there and stuff. It was a little bit different. I kind of wanted it to be, I think, more like a traditional stew where you can kind of shred the meat up and stuff. But I probably should have done it like planned for a longer cook.
Yeah.
I let it ride for about 4 hours and stuff. And just, it was, I mean, it was pretty low. I kept it around like 225.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know. Could plan to do that one for like longer and
sure. Let it render down a little bit more before you took it off.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. Maybe one of these times we'll do kind of just one. We'll talk through maybe one podcast of like doing like a rump roast because I think I've got some in the freezer too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is from the cow that we got.
Yeah.
So I know we've got I think we've got some chuck roast and stuff. We've got a few different kind of pieces of
that maybe
roast.
Are kind of a little bit more tougher pieces that require a little bit more low and slow time and
it's a little bit different than like obviously do it on the grill versus like the crock pot.
Yeah. That where you can just set it and forget it.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I was kind of hoping for that a little bit, where it would just kind of pull apart like that. But like it was, I mean, it was still tough. Like it was good. It was, you know.
Yeah.
But it didn't just like fall apart essentially, right? Which
okay.
Been like, again, if I were to go back, I probably would have started earlier. So I would have, you know, cooked it a little bit longer. Towards the end, I would have turned it up, the heat and stuff. And I think too, like that would have made a big difference.
Okay. Well, you know, that's the great part about this is you can do it again.
Yeah.
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 Do you have another one left over? Like another one in the freezer?
I know we've got some. Like I said, we got some other roasts. I'm not sure. I think we got some chuck roasts. I might have another rump roast. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I know there's like a couple more.
Sure.
That we've got and stuff.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, that's awesome. And today I wanted to kind of just talk a little bit about. We got Easter coming up.
Easter
is kind of a big deal.
Kind of like that, almost like that kickoff to grilling weekend.
Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously for certain religious reasons, it's a big deal. But also, there's traditions around here about what kind of foods you eat and stuff like that. So for us, a big tradition has always been like an Easter ham, deviled eggs, that kind of stuff. So I want to talk through some smoking some hams.
Yeah, right? you mentioned you just smoked ham.
I did.
Did you do one of the spiral hams that you had?
No, so I don't get the spiral hams. Like
you get like
I get the bone in, kind of the
butt.
The butt, hams. And I usually keep it simple, so it's already been kind of pre-smoked a little bit, cured.
Yeah.
And you can usually find a good deal on them. Again, like I said, the past few weeks I've had, I bought one and I've realized I already had one in the freezer, so I took that one out and did it ahead of time, because this Sunday coming up for Easter, we're going to be at the in-laws. I won't be around to cook it, so I wanted to do one anyways. And I had this extra ham, so why not, right?
Absolutely. So that's what you used was the butt.
Yep.
One of the ones that you picked up.
Bone in.
Okay.
Yep. Bone in, butt.
Yeah.
Already pre-cured. A little bit of, so it's already cooked through. So really the essence of it is you're adding some smoke flavor and just getting it back up to temperature to be able to eat warm, right? Or heat it up. And that's kind of way we're
enhancing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
The goal.
That's the kind of way we like it. Keep it real simple. Maybe one day we'll get just uncured ham and do it that way, but that'll require some pre-planning, and that's usually what we don't have time to do with our young families and stuff like that.
Someday, Greg. We talked about doing the corned beef as well.
Yeah,
so
yep.
Maybe we just knock them both out right at one time.
That's pretty aggressive.
That's
That's
one way to wreck two pieces of meat quick, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I kept it real simple though. Like usually, and I think we talked about this last year at this time too, and we have some recipes out on our website. Usually I'll do like a binder on the ham, like some Dijon mustard or something like that. This time I just kept it really simple. I didn't use a binder at all. I just seasoned it with our rub, our sweet heat. Mm-hmm. So I really like the sweet heat.
Especially with ham.
With ham.
It's the top.
Yep. So I covered it all with the sweet heat, and that's all I did.
Did you score it?
I did, yeah. So scoring it on the top, making those nice cross hatches. And also, like, if you get, there's a lot of skin on top or a lot of fat on the top of it, I might trim it down because I want that smoke to permeate in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like if you're basting it or if you're putting the seasoning on top of that, like, a lot of times people don't eat that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's really fatty and you're just kind of wasting, I guess, like the flavor.
The good part, yeah.
So I trimmed it down a little bit too on the top. Trim a little bit of that fat. Maybe take some of that skin off or peel it back a little bit or something. Put the seasoning on it all over, and then top, bottom, sides, front, whatever.
Yep. Flip it over, sure.
And put it on the smoker. Or put it on. I was using my Weber kettle for this one, indirect grilling, and I kept it about 250.
Greg, do you ever inject your hams?
No, I don't think so.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever done that either.
I think especially when you get the store bought, that's already been kind of cured and stuff. It's kind of already got a lot of moisture in there, and kind of salty too a little bit. So I kind of want some of that stuff to come out.
If you were to inject it,
yeah,
like, or okay, did you spritz it at all? Like
I didn't,
you
no.
mentioned not using a binder. Did you soak it like in apple juice or anything?
No, man. No.
Oh wow, just right out of the package.
Right out of the
seasoned it, and
package,
then,
dried it off a little bit because you got all the juices coming out of there.
Sure.
And seasoned it, and I put it on.
Okay.
I did sauce it up a little bit at the end.
What sauce did you use?
I used our friends over at Lumber Snacks.
All right.
I used their honey apple BBQ sauce.
Nice. How'd it turn out, man?
It turned out great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great color, great flavor. So you had the sweet heat rub. You had the honey apple barbecue sauce, which has a little spice to it as well.
Did you just brush it on?
Yeah.
Like mopped it on?
Mopped it on a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah. So I did the indirect grilling. I had it on there probably. So I'm trying to remember how big it was. This was probably like a 7. It's probably 7 or 8 pounds. It's a bigger one.
Yeah. Okay.
And I probably had it on there. I'm trying to think, maybe 6 hours.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So real low, like 225, 250.
Did you throw smoke on?
Yeah. Yeah. So this one, because I was going with I knew I was going to do the honey apple.
Yeah.
So I did applewood.
Okay.
And I used the B&B lump charcoal, and then I ran out. But I had some of that Franklin barbecue briquettes.
Yeah.
So Aaron Franklin down in famous pitmaster down in Texas, he's now got his own charcoal and his own lineup of smokers and stuff. And our friends over at the Barbecue Supply Company in Greendale, Wisconsin, has their stuff now. So I picked up a bag of his charcoal briquettes to try out. So I used that about halfway through because I ran out of the B&B, and it ran pretty well. It was pretty smooth, kept temperature real nice. Wasn't anything crazy. So it seems like a high quality piece of briquettes there.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Yeah,
that's a grill tip from Greg.
Yeah. Check them out. Try them out. But otherwise, no, it was a pretty seamless cook, man. Like I said, like usually when you're getting pre-cooked hams, all you're doing is adding some flavor, enhancing it, and then just getting it back up to temperature so you can serve it warm to your guests and stuff like that. Drying it out with something like a bone-in ham, like it's very hard to dry it out because it's so big. So I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, just outside the skin again.
I mean, it just don't go too hot.
Right. I did rotate it though. Like,
okay.
I wanted the face of it, so the open face. Mm-hmm. I wanted that facing the smoke at the front end, but then about halfway through, I turned it around so the back was, which is kind of more skin, was getting the heat, and it worked out well.
Did you cover it at all?
I didn't, man. I was thinking about it, but I was like, yeah, let's see how this goes.
Yeah. So why 6 hours? Like, were you going to temp for time? I mean, what? A
little bit of both. So I had the time to do it. We didn't have anything going on, thankfully, that day. And also I had my big old meat thermometer stuck in there, so it's a manual one. So it reads the temp real time, one of those big dial ones. And I was just waiting for it to get up to temperature. And I pulled it off. I think it was around 190, I want to say. Maybe, between 180 and 190, I think. So it was up there, and I let it rest probably about 30 minutes while I was, cooking up some other stuff, and sliced it up and served it. And the boys crushed it.
Oh, yeah, love ham, don't they?
Yeah, we made some smoked ham sandwiches. So had some buns and some rolls. Put a little sauce on top of it.
Easy day.
Yeah, slice up the ham, and we got some leftovers. So yeah, gonna figure out what to do with it next. But it turned out well. I mean, the flavor pairing the sweet heat rub, the honey apple barbecue sauce, it paired really well together. The smoke from the grill, the apple smoke, it was a good, easy cook.
It's a good day.
It was a good day.
What you mentioned sides, Greg. Let's talk sides.
Okay.
What sides? Did you do kind of traditional sides for it?
Yeah, I mean this one
really.
We did some potatoes.
Nonsense, yeah.
So it was the golden potatoes, like the smaller ones.
The little circle ones?
Yeah. So there were smaller ones. Yeah. And I wanted to do it on the cast iron, so I like to do like kind of rustic potatoes. So the smaller ones, they're already clean. Put them in there in the pan a little bit. Steam them up a little bit so they get softer. So I put a cover over the cast iron, real low heat, get some moisture in there.
You did this inside of the stove?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So as the ham was resting in the oven, oven was off, just letting it kind of do its thing. I did the potatoes. So, and the goal with these potatoes was to get them soft enough where I can mash them down with like a fork, and then put a little bit of seasoning on it, a little bit of butter, and oil, crisp them up a little bit. So, kind of more rustic kind of side. You know what I mean? And so it took about half hour, so you can get those potatoes soft enough to be able to do that.
Almost like a weird version of mashed potatoes.
Yeah. So it's kind of just mashed potatoes, but with the skin on, mash it kind of real kind of. You're not looking for smoothness. You're looking for lumpy kind of.
Sure.
And it turned out great.
Okay.
So it's a simple day. Not complex, but very flavorful. The ham. If you're thinking about doing an Easter ham,
highly recommend.
Yeah, get out there and do it. You can't really mess it up because if you get a pre-cooked one, the only thing I would caution would be like, hey, watch your time. Like if you got people coming over and you got this big old ham on the grill or the smoker and it's not getting up to temperature by the time you want to eat, that would be the only thing I'd say, hey, keep an eye on. But if you got time, if you got people coming over, usually do it maybe in the oven or whatever, and you want to add a little bit of extra to it, throw it on the smoker on the grill for a little while and throw some wood chips on there and give it a little bit more flavor.
Yeah, man. So I had a run-in with a ham once.
Okay.
Where it wasn't.
That's an interesting way to segue. You had a run-in with a ham.
It was a rough cook.
Okay. Oh.
So
I don't think I've heard this before.
Yeah, I think I talked to you about it. I had
It probably wasn't listening.
That's about average.
So it's new to me.
Yeah. Could be the 10th time I've told you this story, but every time, this is what I get excited about telling you stories. It's like, every time it's like a new, first time I'm telling you, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I soaked it in like pineapple juice.
Okay.
And I cooked it on...
What made you soak it in pineapple juice?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Did you like see it somewhere or just hey,
just thought it would be good? I don't know. Like
I had this pineapple
good
juice.
Pineapple juice.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like a lot of times I'll sometimes like I'll let it soak a bit in apple juice.
Okay. Yep.
Or like I'll put some apple juice in a container underneath it so it gets that flavor.
Now do you like puncture it so like maybe it absorbs in or okay.
Yeah.
Tenderize it a little bit.
Bit.
All right.
But yeah, man, the pineapple juice, like it gave it a weird texture.
Really?
Yeah. And I did this one on, I think it was one of kind of the first like kind of bigger cooks I did on the water smoker with a bowl in the middle.
All right.
And
how long did you soak it for?
Man, I don't know, a few hours.
And it was all immersed in it?
Not really. Part of it was, and I would rotate it.
Yeah.
But no, man, it gave it like, and I don't remember it either. Like, it gave it a sour taste, but I think that was the wood I was using. I've never gone back to that wood. I've had issues with that wood in the past where it gave the meat like a weird flavor. Mm. But the texture was just weird. It was, I just remember like my wife was like, why is it like this? And
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm not happy about it. Stop it. But it was weird, man. It was like it had, I don't know how to describe it, almost like a pasty texture to it. Mm. Not your traditional like
just like the outside, like the outside stuff, even in the inside.
Yeah, and like we kind of like she looked it up and she's I just thought like, oh, pineapple juice on ham, hell yeah, be good, I think I tried to be fancy on it too. Like I put like some of those circle pineapples and like cherries on the outside.
Yeah, I've done that before.
But yeah, the texture was it was so weird. I don't know.
Rubbery, like
I said, it was like pasty.
Yeah,
it was like, and so I guess like the acidity from the pineapple juice kind of will render and like break down that meat. So it's nice to use like if you spritz it with a little bit, but like I guess
full on
don't soak it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it was luckily I don't think it was at like Easter or anything major. I just did it right.
Yeah.
And it was anytime for ham is a good
Was this
time.
a spiral ham or was it?
No, it was a butt.
bone-in?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. Just not, not a good one.
Okay. Well, there's a tip from Ben. Don't soak your hams in pineapple juice.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I just think it breaks it down too much with it already being
Okay.
cured and stuff. I don't know.
All right.
Was, but it was weird. Other than that, man, I love doing hams.
It's so easy. And,
Yeah,
you know,
it
it's
really
so good.
is.
Yeah.
Even if you screw it up, right? It's already cooked. I've done them where I probably had the temp too high, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm only an hour in. I could pull this thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, guess we're done.
Yeah.
That's not usually the goal.
It's not bad.
No, it's great. If you're in a hurry and stuff, easy to pop on, pop off. Again, I think this is kind of like another piece of meat that you can kind of impress some people with if it's done, right. You can't really. Obviously, you definitely can screw it up because I've done it before, but
Sure.
it's if you just kind of keep your temp low. I'm a big fan of spritzing it throughout. I love doing apple juice on there. I have used different things as a binder. My wife and I have made our own kind of glaze for it before in the past, but I'm with you. I think this year I'm definitely gonna try out the lumber snacks on it. And I mean, I'm pumped. I love doing ham. I haven't done it in a while. I'm trying to remember, but
yeah, this was the first one I had done in a while.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. The ham is probably one of my favorite cuts. To smoke up.
It's a good time. Again, it's fun because you can like you already said, man, you can't really screw it up too bad, but you can try different things on it, right? I've done stuff in the past with my dad where I've taken kind of some apple juice and apple cider vinegar and put it in underneath and then some applesauce, some mustard, some brown sugar, mix it all up so that it smokes up into the ham. Dude, I don't know if that does anything. I'll be honest with you.
You can't taste any of that flavor?
I don't know. It was fun, though. It was cool. It was a good time.
Just mess around. You can't really mess it up too much.
It collects the drippings, and I figured it just kind of renders up in the meat a bit.
So you'd mentioned you did a glaze. Do you do your own homemade glaze?
We have in the past.
What do you typically like to do for that?
Just kind of keeping it simple with some mustard, some brown sugar, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really easy. You can find easy recipes online for it. You can make it as simple as possible. You can add, kind of some stuff to it. I think I've done it in the past kind of with kind of some brown sugar. I've used a little bit of our poke bait, so our sweet honey sauce. Yeah. You can and easy one too is just add some honey, mustard, and the brown sugar, and then I've seasoned it with our flavorful effects, so sweet heat.
Sure.
Seasoning, whip that up and use that. It's awesome, man. You can kind of play with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can make glazes pretty easy. Pour some applesauce in there if you want to. Again, it's that's what's awesome about the ham that I like a lot is you can be as creative as you want to or keep it as simple as you want to. You don't have, honestly, with that ham, if you want to, you don't have to season it with anything. You literally just take it out of that package and put it right on the grill.
Yeah. The reason I asked that is because I put the post out there on our social media sites about the ham I was doing, and I asked how do you like to do your ham, and somebody commented that they do a bourbon honey glaze. So I was curious
for the ham, little bourbon for you,
right? Yeah.
Smart. I like that idea.
So I looked up a recipe. And I might try it out here soon. I'm not sure.
You got another ham to work with.
Yeah, I do. You're right. But this one here from the Wooden Skillet, it's a website. And I liked it because it was simple. I like to keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. Especially with a glaze, it's easy.
You got the honey, you got the bourbon. And then this one also calls for, let me see here. Let me get the ingredients here. It only takes a couple minutes to make. So they have a quarter cup of honey, a quarter cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, some 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, grated lemon zest, 1 teaspoon of bourbon, but I think you probably up that a little bit by maybe 3 or 4 teaspoons.
A teaspoon or 2 for you.
Yep. And then they have some a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and then some allspice, and water if you need to thin it out a little bit. But essentially, you add all those ingredients to the saucepan. You heat it up a little bit.
Just whisk it. Yeah.
Whisk it until it's kind of a little thick, or thickens up just a bit, like you would expect from like a sauce or a glaze.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a good one. So if you get a chance to glaze your ham this year, maybe try that one out. A honey bourbon, or maybe like a sweet honey Burn Pit sauce bourbon one that I might create a recipe and put it in our newsletter for tomorrow.
I'm all for that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can use like, I've heard people using like Dr. Pepper, right? Like kind of
Yeah.
similar to like what you would do with like ribs, but kind of create like a glaze with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, there's, and like you just said, like on that recipe, like would I follow that to a T? Probably not. I'd probably tweak it.
Yeah.
Add
Make
some,
it your own.
Yeah.
But like we said before, man, like these are like starting like places for you to get creative and find out, what you like, what taste you like, and then, just try something new, create something new.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of right up there for me. We're like starting off like with a pork shoulder, right? Like instead of just going out and buying, the most expensive cuts right away.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Like you could easily buy like just, it's, you don't have with the ham too. Like obviously, I mean, you're not going to really shred it up necessarily. You're kind of going more for like the chunks, to eat and stuff. But, it's a good piece of meat to like a big piece of meat to sit and play with and try out. That's, fairly inexpensive.
Yeah. Yeah. And they'll be on sale here soon.
Oh, they sure will. It's the best, man. I
After,
love going right after Easter.
Right after Easter, pick you up some hams.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're set. I always like to we'll have to do an episode. I think we've done this in the past, like what you do with your leftover ham.
What are you going to do with your leftovers?
Yeah, I think we've done that.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do with the leftovers I
Man,
have.
go back and listen to the rest of it, man. Or the episode. Yeah. But there's a lot of options, man. Like ham, I don't know. I don't think it gets enough credit. I haven't done it enough lately. Like, you need to, even talking about like the tenderloins, and now we're jumping into this. Like, man, I got to set up my ham game a little bit here. I've been focused on beef quite a bit lately.
Yeah, you're right. We have. It's a lot of different meats out there. And speaking of that, I did do a wild boar recipe. We'll save that for another time. We'll maybe talk a little bit more
excited to hear about it.
Wild game, but I have some ground elk in the fridge that I'm going to be cooking up here too. So maybe we'll do a podcast on just kind of that kind of stuff, like the wild game piece.
Sure, these are all the same pieces of meat, man. It's probably like
you think so?
Probably like the
Don't say that.
The tail of
Don't
the cow
say
or
that.
something.
Don't say that.
Sell it for like $15 for
How
less
dare
than
you.
a pound.
Well, I got bamboozled then.
It got you good, man.
Got me good. But no, that's good. So, anything else you're going to be doing? Like, I'm not going to be around for Easter. I'm not going to be cooking anything. Are you going to be cooking anything else?
I don't know, man. I probably focus on the ham. I'm sure we'll do deviled eggs, mashed potatoes, kind of your traditional. I've done deviled eggs on the grill in the past. I don't know if those will be asked for again in our house.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's what I said too. It was I think I did it last year. It was our first, my first time doing eggs like that. And it was cool. It was fun. I think everyone tried them, but I was the only one who really ate them.
That's okay.
Make
some egg salad there.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have a problem with it. But as far as sides go, we'll keep it traditional.
Sure. Some potatoes, some cheesy potatoes or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
Some vegetables, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely some deviled eggs. I mean,
any chocolate cake you're gonna be smoking up?
Not anytime soon.
Okay. Right. Just checking.
We'll see.
All right, man. Well, yeah, I mean, if people need any ideas or inspiration, you can go out to our website, burnpitbbq.com. We have a lot of recipes out there. We've shared, our ham recipes in the past. We've shared our smoked deviled eggs, and other sides and stuff that if you're looking for inspiration or something to do, again, we try and keep it simple as possible. But yeah, if you're looking for something new, something different, go out to the website, you go into the search bar, type in, whatever you're thinking about, and something will pop up, a recipe or something, to help you out.
Yeah. Even if you're not, I think I like to talk to a lot of people that come up to our booth about this, but I like to use our our pop smoke, our Memphis style, barbecue rub on my deviled eggs.
Yeah, that's great.
So if you're not, if you don't want to smoke them and stuff, don't be afraid to
just
try one of your favorites, rubs.
seasonings,
sauces,
even sauces
on your eggs. Yeah. On like deviled eggs or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
Or you can kind of add like that smoke flavor to it if you want
Be
to.
creative, unless you know your family likes real traditional stuff. Then maybe set a few to the side, and then
if they're hungry enough, they'll eat it, won't they?
Yeah, they will. All right, man. Well, I know what you got coming up. I don't really have anything except for that elk planned right now. Decide what I'm going to do with that leftover ham. But anything else, before we kind of sign off on this one?
No, I don't think so. I just want to wish everyone a happy Easter. Again, if you have a chance and you got a ham, like, don't be scared to try it. If Easter's not the time to try it, well, like we said, they go on sale after Easter. Pick one up and give it a shot. But either way, we hope that hope you're enjoying the conversation that we have. I know I thoroughly enjoy coming on here and getting a chance to talk with Greg every single week. And, try new things, but definitely do what you can to get out and grill. The weather's turning, so hopefully you've gotten the grill out of the shed.
And clean it out. It's time to go.
Absolutely, getting it fired up.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming over. Thanks for the conversation, and we'll talk to you next week, man.
Sounds good. Thanks, everyone. Take it easy.
All right, cheers.